through the emotion itself. Like, you can be emotional.
Yeah, of course. You should be.
Yeah.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Just for the record, been recording audio for 6 minutes rather than that whole time because the button wasn't pressed.
What?
So we're gonna have to use those audios.
Where are we at, B?
Okay, so all right. You know how this goes, guys. Look, it's not another podcast. It's a platform, a safe space for men, dads, and women and mothers to speak and share their human experience from their perspective and narrative. And today, I'm gonna let Danny say who we got today. You get me? Yeah, no, it's about that. Yeah, it's about you respecting the man in the building today. You get me, kid?
You know what it is? I thought about it. I look at the camera and say, I respect both of these, man.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying? Man, watch both of them. They both had a heavy part to like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. You know what I'm saying? This one with the dancing, and this one just cool. Just cool. It was just cool. Man, will get picked up from school and say, my uncle's here. Hey, your uncle's here? Yeah, I know. Because we can all hear the music playing from far. Yeah. In the Audi A3. Jeez! I was like, see when I'm older, I'm getting an A3. I'm tinting it. I got it.
I saw you got the A3.
I got it.
You did get it.
It got written off, so I didn't get to max it out.
Understood.
But I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. So yeah, that's that's my big brother Dwayne, and this is my uncle Clayton. You get me? So we're just gonna have a little vibes and talk about the reason to get Clayton here. We was kicking it on the weekend there.
Yeah, you called me up. You called me up.
Obviously, you weren't there. It was kicking it. In fact, no, I don't know. Was it a thing where we didn't really have guests like that before? Is it a thing where you got introduced to us?
No, he's here.
We just talk.
He's here. We're just gonna talk. Yeah. We're gonna talk and just reason with Uncle Clay. You know what I mean? Reason.
Sounding old, man.
Wait. Let them know because you're looking fresh still. How old are you now, bro?
Oh, shit.
45.
45.
That doesn't sound right.
That's mad.
So, but what are you, bro?
I'm 43 now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 43. 45. All right.
I don't know about it. It's sticky now. It's stiff out here.
You say you get out the car slowly.
Yeah. Things have changed, bro.
Of course, isn't it? As they do.
But yeah, but still bouncing around. You get me?
Yeah.
It ain't that bad. We don't make it that bad. You get me?
Of course.
Man doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's got to stay on your P's and Q's, bro.
Yeah.
And that's it, man.
Dad of two.
Dad of two.
Yeah. How old are you? 2?
Yeah.
Them ones. You're a typical dad, man. I'm the worst.
I got to think about my age.
I've always got to think about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
But they're big kids now, aren't they?
kids, bro. That's like big people, man. Is 26.
Yeah.
19, so it's not a child thing again.
No. You got adult children.
It's people that you have to deal with, and it's real life now. It's like,
What is that like? See, because my eldest is turning 15 Wednesday.
the eldest.
My daughter's going to be turning 15.
So you're still in the thick of it, bro.
You understand? So what's it like for you having adult children? That's adult kids, bro.
Yeah.
I remember myself at 26, and I remember myself at 19.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's how I suppose my perspective on them is taken from my own. If I look back in it, I say, right, I'm 26. What? Yeah, 26. Like, you got to kind of like weigh it up like that.
Right.
Obviously, two complete different individuals, but you're still looking at where you were and how you was feeling.
And it's different times as well.
Yeah. But they're cool. They're fine. It's just mad, isn't it?
I don't know. Well, yeah, because my oldest being 15. In fact, both of them, one's 15 and one's 11. And both of them is just mad to me because I'm like, I remember the 15. Yeah, I remember being 11.
Right.
Well, I might not remember them ages as such, but the years they're in, I know exactly where I was sitting. I know exactly what I was doing them times with rich friends. Was I looking at year 7 or year 10 and all this boom. So one's in year 10 and one's in year 7.
Right.
And there's one of each. So the other gal that man are looking at the moment, And as the boy, I'm like, no, you're starting to. I think the other day I had something on the screen and it was doing all bare noises. He's saying, what's that? You know what? Alright, okay, look. And the woman's coming in with a big whatever. And I'm saying, God, look. Look at this. Look at this. I said, you watch when you're 21, mate. You watch when you're 21 and someone's throwing that in your face. But
What? You never said that to me, did you?
watch when you're 21, yeah, and someone's throwing that at you. And then you leave it there. You're not saying too much, innit? You don't want to corrupt you.
Right, so that they're throwing it at you.
But they're them ages, man. But yeah, we flipping. Well, boy, my parenting style, innit? I try to be open with them because I think I'd like to. So we spoke like this already on the weekend, innit? So obviously you weren't there.
No.
I think where I've come from was very well looked after, which is a great thing, innit? But at the same time, it's very well looked after, so you just didn't even get to open your eyes to certain things. So I try to it is what it is. At some point, you're like what's on the screen right now. What am I gonna lie to you for?
Especially
I
now.
don't tell you way too much, but you're gonna be scrolling on your TikToks and your YouTube shorts and all that stuff.
We never had none of that.
We didn't have it, but they have got it. So I'm gonna give you a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little bit because I know there's other men in your year that are well ahead of you. I don't want to leave you at the back. You know what I'm saying? So I just drop a little like, you'll like it at some point. You know what I'm saying? So parenting styles are very important.
What was you lot's conversation, because when Danny hit me up, Dan was like, no. We had a really good talk. He's saying that he was talking to you, he was talking to his dad, and who else was there? Was it just?
And another elder still.
Yeah.
So what it was, because you posted, obviously we've got the same login.
Yeah.
Posted the snippet, I played the snippet in the car. I was called on and we just started kicking it from there for like a good 3-hour drive. Yeah. And I was at pace, so my dad being in the car now, we kind of stuck it on. Well, no, you stuck it on.
Yeah, I suppose my experience of him is changed now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Because you're close now.
Danny's dad,
Yeah.
sister's ex-husband, whatever,
Right.
just whatever, innit?
Yeah.
But then now we're working together, innit? We're working together. Plus, we're in a situation where we're living together. So, and he's got 2 younger boys now, although they're 17, so they're still, they're big boys.
They're still big boys.
But
Yeah.
still, now you're seeing how someone raises 2 boys, or you understand?
Right.
Your reflection becomes now right.
My dad is terrified right now.
Wow.
You know he's terrified right now. Don't talk about me on them too. Go on. Gives a name.
Oh my days.
It has to be done though. That's
It's
all
like
like
it
it.
is. I told him.
Bro,
We're about to get to it. He told him.
look, I'm just saying what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to filter. If it's gonna have to
No, don't feel it.
I don't feel nothing, bro.
I'm already talking about all of it.
Okay, well then that's it. I'm just, you know what I mean? You're gonna ask me to speak on something, and I had to speak on it.
Yeah.
I go to that, But yeah, you just see different situations in it, and you just get no matter what. Well, for me personally, no matter what I see, I'm always gonna relate it back to myself.
Yeah.
And weigh up things and whatever it may be, and see differences and similarities, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just like that. I think we kind of went on to how I feel he does way too much for them.
And
That's just me personally.
Yeah.
But then Danny confirmed all
I
of that.
chimed in and agreed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
In what way then? In what way do you feel like?
No, I just think he just does way too much in general. Like,
The very nice guy.
yeah,
Yeah, you're a very nice guy.
yeah.
And I appreciate you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is lovely.
You're not saying it's a bad thing. It's an observation.
Yeah, so observation.
Yeah, and from this observation, from this perspective,
And then
it's
right.
too much. You
And,
do
and
something.
yeah, well, no, from the observation of Rob, my style of how I done it,
Right.
it's like, you're mad. I'll never do that.
Yeah.
they do that shit themselves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, it's one of them situations. That's what happens. You now start reflecting on like, okay, so maybe and then on top of that conversation, I then picked up my son, so he was then in the car.
Oh,
So then we went back over it as well.
Yeah.
Even so,
Now, I guess before we even get to your son part,
Mm.
if we break it down first, so
Yeah.
I kind of hit mine first with like, so the two nice things. So while Ants is telling him, I'm in the back nodding my head like, yeah, I agree. And then I chimed in eventually and said, no, I agree, yeah, because like I'm super grateful for Pops and Mom. Super grateful. Like I've never had to worry. But then
Which
that
we all should be, yeah.
Which
Which
we
we
all
all
should,
should that
yeah.
in the household.
Man should've
That
had
in
to worry.
itself is
Real talk.
yeah. That in
That's
itself,
a safety zone.
yeah.
Yeah.
That in
Yeah.
itself is.
And then even when it didn't work out in their separate, I could always, he's always been there and everything like that.
Good.
But then I also gave the other side of the coin, which is, however, that could also have been a hindrance.
Right.
Because certain things that I'm going through now, there's no reason why I couldn't have gone through them at 21 or 23. And we had the other man in the car. Man's been in my own yard since I was 16 and systems and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you think you're tough for that? And when did you start working? From 18. When did you move out? You've been independent from young, right? Yeah. But the flip side is I haven't been independent because I'm always safe. I know I can say, Pops, man, I need the bills or £50 or same with Mum. I know I can do that. My mum hungry, I'm coming around, which is great. But then you haven't got the push in it to go, fly the nest, do your thing, grow up, and whatever. So that's what the kind of conversations. And Pops couldn't quite get it. He couldn't quite get it, but we kind of.
It's a balance. It's a balancing act here that none of us is ever gonna know the proper,
The correct.
or the correct line that is the perfect balance.
Yeah. Of
It's always
course.
gonna be one. You're either gonna swing evil, and plus to me, the individuals that you're raising, i.e., girl, boy, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
they're always gonna interpret things differently.
Definitely.
It's gonna be their own experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be
So even if it's similar, it's still gonna be different.
school.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be different. It's just
raised
different.
Yeah, you're raised under the same roof.
Yeah.
By the same people.
Yeah.
Complete different people that come out of that household. So
Yeah.
that clearly shows
Yeah.
that everyone's having their own experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
Everyone is having their own.
What was your house like before we moved into
My house
What
in
was
particular.
would you say mum was harsh or soft?
No, bro. Mum was harsh. There was no soft. There was no softness with Barbara, bro. You man. No, bro. Get me? Yeah. Mummy Bobs was not soft. Don't get twisted. There was a lot of love, but she didn't know how to be soft. Do you know what I mean? There was textures. There was textures and there was softness involved, but the primary, the leading energy was, but she did that because that's what she knew. All of that was based on, she's a mom. It's only her in the household with me. Not that my dad, I always say my dad was in my life, but he never lived in the household with me. So my mom, and you know that generation, they come from the generation that I'm the mom, I'm the dad, I'm the man, I'm the woman of the house. Where now I understand that differently. Like, you don't have to say that you're the man or the woman. You just are the primary carer. Yeah? You can't be the man, you can't be the dad. But I understand the point that we're making. No disrespect. You know, the women are ready for us. You have to, but if he's not there, alright. Make it land. But my mom was like, everything she did was always from a space of love, but it was always from a space of, let me tell you something, yeah? Kids are heard or seen and not heard, bro. That's my mom. You understand? You do as you're told. You understand? Do as I say, not as I do. That's my mom. And if I don't, everything get locked off.
Is it slightly older? Is it your similar?
Well, yeah, I suppose it's the same thing, yeah, but I suppose it's different when you have got two. Just like the way you say he only had his mum in the house.
Yeah.
Got his dad around him, but he got his mum. But then my situation was more like, what train did daddy come on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're
programmed different.
Yeah, so yeah, you know you can't do certain things, but then you know you might get away slightly around mommy, but you know, say, boy, there's a consequence that soon come on.
Exactly. My mom would say, Rob, I'm gonna call your dad.
Right.
But you have to call him and he's got to come.
And he don't show up.
And he might come 2 weeks later. By then I'm like, hey,
squad.
No, you can't, no, man. This situation is squad. Mumsy done bust. Well, she done deal with me. I'm grounded already. Like, I swear I'm off grounded now. I'm actually out with my friends. And it's like, Chuck, I don't want to have to come here for you, man. Why you make me come here? I didn't make you come here.
I never experienced none of them threats. No beatings. But at the same time, the individual, like you said, I was a good kid anyway.
Yeah, you
not
was.
That you lot were bad. I doubt you lot was bad.
No, I can't speak for today. Me, I wasn't bad, but I was tested. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't bad you. But for me, it's like, you know that line? That's that line right there. That was kind of playful. Yeah, I used to dabble on the line of, Rob, can I get away with it or not? Do you know what I mean? Things I knew off the top, off the dome, I can't get away with. I'm not playing. Do you know what I mean? If I know that the man they were paying back in the day, they're gonna go liquor tech, they're gonna go do this and rub this. I'm like, no, because there's too much people who don't know me and my mother. If anyone see me in that shop, everything lock off. You're getting beaten, I'm getting beaten. My mom's not that mom that won't bust your face, brother. She'll bust everybody's face in the place. If you were to get everyone get clap up, bro. So I'm trying to save you. I'm not coming with you.
I was smooth. So like when I'm saying mine was soft, as in I'll always, if I need something, from that angle, the independency, of course, go and do your thing, go and do it. But if I don't, I know it's gonna get done, and that's kind of what you were saying. My brothers might not wash up, although when I come, I see them wash up still. But yeah, once or twice. If they don't,
you say what at 17 they're still not washing up?
But that's what I'm saying. I saw it, but I guess they was for an example, isn't it?
It's not like a thing, innit?
No, I know what you mean though. Cause my youths don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because what I was saying. Yeah, right. There you go. So that's what I was pinpointing. That whole I'll do it later thing. Like everything is when I'm ready. Where I don't operate like that. I don't operate like that. You gotta do that shit now.
Straight.
And to me, what I was trying to also highlight is that to me, it's not even about just whether it's washing up or doing this or anything particular. I just think it sets a trend in the way you operate.
It's an example. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to do it because I say you have to do it, although there is an element of that.
There is an element of that.
But it's also, you've got to learn to understand that you're not the only person living in this house.
That, but also that if you're doing the minute things instantly or correctly,
yes,
then it will only carry on into other things.
So it's a ripple effect.
Right. You just do things immediately. Like if that needs to get done, do it.
It gets done.
Yeah. Instead of always that, I'll do it. Or such and such will do it. You know what I'm saying? That's my outlook on that just sort of,
because it can sometimes breed laziness.
Right. You're instilling a sort of a state of mind, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Things get done there and then.
Yeah, I'll do it later type of energy.
Yeah, and some things can be that.
Yeah.
Even down to the washing up. It can be that sometimes, but if that's the energy all the time, I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
That's what it is for me.
Because it almost allows that to drift into other things, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was just saying one of those little things was don't do that for them. Because that is minor.
Yeah.
So that's what it definitely should be able to do for yourself. So if you can do that, then you're going to be doing other things. And it's just going to keep going on. And then next week, you're literally doing everything for, you know what I mean?
And there is a difference between the boy child and the girl child. Because the girl child will naturally get up and do those things.
Well, your hope is.
More time. More time. Like my daughter, in my household, I'll speak about mine. And in my household, my sons, I've got twin boys and they're 11 now. And sons, I love them. But they have zero common sense when it comes to doing those domesticated or the things that need to get done around the house. They have zero urgency or sense to it. But ask them to have or to get something on the computer or get something to do with football, to get something that they're interested in. Bro, you see that the thing that you're talking about, that urgency or like I'm gonna do it now. Like if they want to get that new game,
Then it's immediate.
but they're on them. I'm like, no, what's the code? What's the password? The password don't work. They're figuring out how white don't, and they know, but yet you can't figure out how to put the soap to the sponge to wash the dish. Or the dishes that you get normally. When I say to you, Ross, son, get me a bowl, you don't know where the bowls are. But you know where the bowls are when you want to eat. But when I ask you to get me a glass or a cup, you don't know where the glasses and cups are. Whereas my daughter, she got things. I never taught her nothing. I never had to teach her, so to speak. The boys, what I find, and I remember that being a youth, you have to walk them through certain things. You can't expect the boys, if they don't want to do something, they're not going to do that thing straight off. Because for them, that's no.
I'm trying to even think of me now and how that kind of.
How was it for you?
But I think, you know what it is? Like, I'm the youngest of 9 of us.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
I'm a boy.
So it's, no, but on top of it, the age gaps are huge. So
yeah, right.
by the time
you come about,
like the house is really for the adults.
It's occupied.
Yeah, and just sort of, I just having to navigate it. Yeah, and then on top of that, then by the time I am like them teenage kind of years,
yeah,
I mean the house is mine in a sense. Because everyone's gone. Yeah,
so you had a totally different. So your thing's different.
Well, you got at least one nephew that's your age, isn't it?
Well, yeah, like so obviously, yeah. So
two.
Well, yeah, we can keep going, really.
Your age,
yeah, we can keep going.
That's huge.
Yeah, but it's just who was on around me on the immediate sense. Then yeah, you can say that.
Yeah,
I mean, but like it's still like the age range of my so-called nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Is the same age as me.
Yeah, so you were closer to them.
Yeah, of course.
Like in age-wise than you were to your siblings.
But yeah, and closer in everything.
Because you would, naturally. Yeah.
Naturally, innit? You know,
yeah. So again, that's still different. Because although we're closer in age, your upbringing is still going to be...
different.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm still getting like an old school upbringing in the sense because that's...
In some new school way. Right. That they're still trying to figure out and navigate.
Because he's still with us kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not so much me, but my sister and some of the
so that's mad. Because you and Shan's over there, guys. Yeah. You're 44 now. Right. So, but you're the oldest. Okay. So it's the opposite. It's the opposite, you understand? So she's the oldest of whereas you're the youngest.
Yeah.
So again, it's different but similar.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Which obviously I won't be able to tell how it works with the old, but I can see how it would be. Now you see everyone coming up behind you, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I've seen everyone like dance, like
you've seen everyone leave.
This is what I say. Sometimes the way I kind of now reflect on even that and think to myself, maybe this is why I analyze everything so much.
Right.
Because I've seen it's like I've had so many examples to look at. Yeah.
Right.
And pick and choose.
Yeah.
That I continue doing that I do it through everything. That's how I operate. Right. I operate on a so like, you know what I'm saying? And it just comes natural to me. But it's because I think naturally, as the youngest, you're seeing everyone. So you have an example of well for me there's another 8 individuals. Yeah. Then you got a bag of flipping cousins and
nieces, nephews.
Right. So you can literally like cipher everything.
Wow.
And to say to yourself, right, well, okay, so that works, that don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're seeing them all at different stages.
Right.
You're in that adult stage, you're at parent stage. Right. This one, that's crazy still. Like you getting raised, although you're not far off from me in age-wise, but still you're being raised in my mental as this is my sister's son. So I can still relate to you as he could make that's how maybe I was gonna raise my son up. Right. So I'm saying your whole outlook is gonna be different. Yeah. Because of the association, isn't it? Yeah. Because it's not just my nephew or my little cousin or whatever. Yeah. This is my nephew, I'm his uncle. Yeah. That's my sister. So I can put myself into her shoes.
And you can put
yourself in his
and I can also do the same.
Because the age.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also look at it from as in when if you're raising your own child.
Right.
So that's a lot
So
of
also being raised.
That's a lot of perspective.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. So
This is what he does, bro. He carry on.
sorry.
And he loves all of this.
Threw me off.
Yeah, exactly. None of like you don't have to stop. He loves all of it. He'll carry on, bro. He doesn't listen. He puts it all in, bro. It's raw. It's authentic.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I suppose that's why. Now you see, for me, as you get older,
Yeah.
or as I've got older, I can now see exactly how I've gone through and approached certain situations because I always analyze stuff and now it's just become more prominent to me.
Right.
That right, this is exactly how you operate. This is what you do.
And do you think that's been a hindrance or?
No. It's saved me. It's saved me.
Wicked.
100.
Yeah.
100.
That's nice.
Yeah, 100. Because it could have just went left. In loads of things. You get me? There's so many things. So,
Yeah. But being able to see and analyze helps you know I ain't going there.
Yeah. That's a lot of examples still.
Yeah. So to me, the way I look at it, for me to go and mess up now, you're a joke, man.
Yeah.
You just had too many examples. Like, not to say that I'm meant to succeed, but I've got to try it, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
The examples, isn't it?
Yeah, the realness is it's just as real as that. Like,
Yeah.
You can't go and screw this thing up now because it got laid out in front of you. You had the map.
Right, yeah, and you saw it.
Yeah.
You can't even pretend that you
Right.
know it. It was right there.
Yeah, you had the blueprint. So we
Yeah,
did.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Got you.
Yeah.
So going back to the parenting example thing.
Yeah.
I think we then. Do you reckon we follow our parents slightly as well?
Well, then
Like
you
I
can
can say, so as in my example, I can say I'm very much like my dad. So although I'm saying you gave me a disservice, because you've always got me, my man, that you've always got me. At the same time, I could then say the same to my team, or they might turn around and grow up and say the same to me. Like, no, Dad, you had me, which is cool.
Yeah.
But then there's a bit of a disservice in the fact that I can walk into my room here, son, go and take put your pajamas, and he'll come back in the room with his pajamas. If I go into the room, it's over there, the trousers is there, the pants is there. I'm like, this is you, man. Fuck's sake. And then I'll do it. But I'm starting to get conscious, like, nah, that's not helping him in no way. Because he's just getting to just run away. He's a big boy now. So a certain time I will try and say, hey, go and sort out, you know what I'm saying? So that it just becomes a bit more natural.
See, my mom did that. So my example of that is I'm not doing that.
Did which one? What do you mean?
Pick up your things.
Made you pick it up.
Pick up your things.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
My mom did a lot for me.
Yeah.
Like, so there were things that I didn't have to do. Like, cooking was never a thing I had to do. So ironing, do you know what I mean? Wash out the bar, wash dishes before she come home. You understand? Chores on a Saturday or Sunday before you go out.
Yeah.
Those things were a must. Otherwise, then I don't reap the benefits and the rewards of what it is that I want to go do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now I kind of use how my mum was, but kind of well, I hope I do. My kids could tell me differently. I now kind of use my dad's delivery because my dad was chill. Everything about my dad was just cool, calm. You know, and he was chill. So now I tell my kids, I say to them, look, I don't want to punish you. Whereas my mum would never have that discussion.
No option.
Yeah, there's no option. Whereas I say to my kids, like, let's say now, say like the boys when they're playing the computer, if they're arguing, and after a while it becomes annoying, isn't it? So I'm saying to them, listen, if you're gonna continue to argue, it also means you can't play the game. Now, let me tell you something. I don't want to take you off the game. I'm not trying to punish you. Just for every action, there is a result. Not for every action, there is a reaction. For every action, there is a consequence. The consequence of your action is that you're not going to be able to play this game anymore. I want you to play the game. So check your action. You know what I mean? They want a phone for Christmas. Have you shown me that you're responsible with your trousers, with your shoes, your jumper? Like, do you know what I mean? So you want a phone, cool, and you're saying, Rob, Lala got a phone, which is my daughter. Lala got a phone for Christmas when she was 11. So you're thinking that it's going to happen for you guys, the same. Lala got a phone because she was a totally different child. She's not getting, this ain't based off age, this is based off responsibility and accountability. This is based off how you choose to show up, son.
Yeah,
I want to get you a phone. I want to get you a phone. Why would I not want to get you a phone? Why would I not want you to play the computer? I'm not going to lie, you play the computer, you do these things. I get time to go do what it is that I want to do. You know what I mean? So my thing is, check yourself, innit? So now I chat to them. Sometimes I might chat too much because I've got a lot to say, but I have to say it. And I say, look, this will get less and less if you are listening to what I'm saying. Because then you're going to do what I'm saying to do. Because I'm saying, Rob, I want you to get those things that you want. You want to go play football? If you do a madness at school this week, do you think mom's going to let you play football? Forget me. You think your mom's going to let you play football? Because I may say, no, I won't. But let's just say, I may. So your mom's not having that. And I'm going to agree with her because your actions have caused this result, this consequence. You acted like an idiot. What I say in my house is silly actions, silly results. Smart actions, smart results.
Okay.
It's that simple. The maths is simple. So just do the mathematics. If you turn up into the room as an idiot, what do you think the result is going to be? You're going to be an idiot. You're going to get idiot results. So I'm saying, turn up in the room as a dog, my G. Like, turn up in the room and say, Rob, this is me. And I'm going to be smart about it. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be present. All of the things that you know is going to have the best outcome and result. You do that, you're laughing. If you don't, you're laughing in your room, bro.
Would you say, see, because I heard you say to my brother, when you go to football, whatever, you go to a meeting, make sure you go and shake everyone's hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which is
this is what I'm saying. This is who I'd be watching it because I wouldn't have said that to my brother. I would have to say it.
Yeah, but you're not from the era, are you?
That's what I'm saying. Whereas others is like going on, I'm thinking, actually, yeah, when I think about football, yeah, I just wouldn't have thought of it.
Yeah, that's because you want that kind of, you want to disperse that whole, my man's just coming into the team, like Uzi. You know how it works.
That's how man is.
That's how it works, bro. You
But for the individual, that makes them...
That helps your confidence.
Yeah, because it's going to, remember, it's just like when you go to a new school. You go to a new school.
I've been a few times. I've been a few times.
But if there was someone to directly say to you, like, listen, look, you got there to say boom boom. You understand?
It's true. Because you have to work that out yourself.
You have to work that out
So,
yourself.
like, there was no one who told you that.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
So,
the school is, this is on.
I had to figure that out myself, bro.
Oh no, you're in a different school.
I went as good solid four schools, bro.
But you didn't go to that school, though.
No, what school did you go to?
You went to that school.
I went to this.
That's like going Ramsey or Ben, bro.
But then again,
Or Ben.
me going to a tuning school, yeah, your school was a bit like some things as well.
So I went John Archer, which was the definite bad breed school, but a really good school.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody from every single guy in South London. Yeah, no, it doesn't exist anymore. It closed down. So everyone from every single guy went to John Archer. Right now, if any of the man who is watching this, they know. Man from So Solid, man from 28, man from Junction, man from every single part of South London went to John Archer, bro. You understand? Like, man that, if you walk down the road and they say, bro, if you see man like Chaos or you see certain names, you see certain people run, that man there was just down the road from man's schools. I went to school up there. Every school you went into, you had to let it be known that you not even that you're about it, but don't move to me. I'm not about that, but don't move to me like that. Because then I'm going to have to do something about that. So you have to let that, remember, I'm getting into a school by myself. And no matter how much I get into a school, I'm not a bad guy, but I'm a ladies man. That's not necessarily still a good thing.
This is the same thing I spoke about even the other day. That's almost been dispersed with now. They ain't no jealous around.
There's no sweet boys. No, you know what? I don't know. There might be, you know. We just don't know.
They're hidden. season.
They're not 4 or
But
5.
you see that before, you could be a youth man, you know, like you got some bad youths.
Yeah.
And then you got the man them cutting through as Giannis.
Yeah.
And two you can coincide. Them two groups can coincide and everything's crisp.
You're right. I
But
think
now it's just we're just drilling now. And that's it. You understand? We don't do this R&B thing. But it's real.
there's no Cisco
There's
with
no more. You're
Joe the
right.
side. Joe the side.
Even obviously we was dancing. Even the dancers now. They're doing.
Hold on, man. I need a moment. Man said there's no R&B.
No more. It was like that's
Sorry.
family.
Carry on, man. I'm sorry.
But even some of the dancers now are doing some shit. I'm like, that's gone. Their videos are now in the blocks and
Well, this is what I'm
The
saying.
videos
The vibe of that is
Yeah.
gone, isn't it?
No, the sweet boys are coming back though.
Is it?
Yeah. but you've got the gully with it.
Well, this is what I'm trying
That's
to
our
say.
point. But the thing is,
That's what
we
I'm
were. You understand?
Of course.
It's because we had to be, because you couldn't go into the school as a sweet boy and try and move to man's sister, man's cousin, man's gal. Do you know what I mean? You had to there still had to be a sense of, no child. There had to be a sense of that. No, I look after me.
Of course.
Like, I got me. I ain't a fighter, but I can fight. I will rock man up. I will smack him in his face if I have to, but I ain't trying to fight, bro. What fight over my position?
I don't know now. It's changed though. It's changed. Yeah, I know there might be one or two little sweet boys there too, but boy,
in general.
now the way you see it, the youth them, it's just everyone's just got to be hard now, isn't it? It's hard.
But that is a sweet, even down to the gal them, bro. The gal them are now
This
hard.
is it. Yeah.
Like, because that's how they talk to each other. Wagwan, me chili, wagwan, me gilly, wagwan, me dilly. Like, even gal. Yeah, what's going on? My daughter comes in, what's going on, dad? You see, I said, don't ever smug.
That's mad.
Ever come in and smug me that way there. She's like, no, dad, it's just joke. I say, yeah, but don't mind it. I don't mind the joke, but I don't want you getting used to it.
Don't get comfortable.
Don't get too comfy. But I also, the madness though, I also like that she understands the lingo.
Yeah, of course.
Because to me, that means she knows, she's aware.
They're out there.
Yeah, she has to see, and that's what I need my boys to see. Because right now, they are not gully, right now. They are not about that life. You understand? My boys are just, it's football, and then like all the other day, they were just like, because my daughter talks to me, and she's like, nah, G, bro, I'm like, calm down with the G. Not to me, just
Of course.
And she's like, they were talking, she was saying, you're going to start talking like this. You are going to start talking like this. And she's like, I don't talk like this all the time. It's just something I put on, blah, 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 which she does. Cool. And they're like, no, I'm never going to speak like that. I'm always going to speak how I speak, blah, blah, blah. I looked at them and I was like, no, you're going to change, boys. Yeah. It's going to change, especially when you go to secondary school. It has to, because your boys are going to be talking that way. So when man says, bro, what I'm on? You're not going to say, what's going on? You're not. You're not. You're not going to say that to your guy. When he says, well, go on, bro. And he's the road this you as well, but he's taken to you. Because that's how it was for me going in school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? Even you see how you're even saying that. That's making me even reflect. When I speak to Bro, we kind of speak almost normal. It's
And I love that.
What do you mean? normal?
literally like just like how me and you sitting there
Talking.
sitting there. Yeah. Like he doesn't. Obviously, it's.
There's some slang. Yeah.
But certain times when we're talking, he'll be on the phone like, yeah, what you talking about, bro? And it kind of, but then at the same time, I realized that we've been in the road so much and been around each other so much that it's
He's adopted to you though, isn't it?
But this is,
Because that's my daughter.
that's it. I can't
And
even
it's-
tell him.
And it's like a brethren as well.
That's it. So,
Really, it's a son. But that's
And he knows that. He knows that, but there's just that element, because we're old school, where he's
it's still kind of like,
Huh?
a little bell rings, but then you're like, oh, well, you know what? That's how it's been, isn't it? And that's what he's learned anyway. And who's he learned it from? He learned it from himself.
So you can't pull him up on it.
Yeah.
Because when you got in the car, I heard, bro, you're moving mad. Bro,
I don't think he's talking.
but I haven't seen him for long as I say, not uncle, nah, he ain't talking to. But he is, and it's a nice relationship.
Yeah. It's Zoom.
The respect is there.
Yeah.
And that's the most important part. It's about the respect. For me, don't lose the respect. We can talk, we can conversate, and I can even have my triggers. But from the level of respect. Because if it goes, I may have for one.
Grips him.
Yeah, just a quick grip, just to remind you that, Papa don't play them to you.
Yeah.
You understand? I've had to grips my son once, only one time I had to give him the grips. I can't even go into too much depth because people might call social services on me.
No, wait. So when he got back in the car now, you want to say where we got it from? Because that's a proud thing still. Where did we pick him up from?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he's we picked him up from Norwich. He plays for Middlesbrough, innit? So,
Come on, man.
I mean,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I see man taking pictures outside the stadium.
Yeah, man. Man can actually say, nah, bro, you're moving mad heights. Calm down. Well, it's in it.
And kind of changed.
For me,
That's wicked, bro.
Any story.
Yeah, man, he done it, man. He done it.
Yeah. Regardless of what any story is told, for me as a dad, that's success, isn't it? That's how I see it. Don't know if everyone. But
I understand what you mean.
Children you've got them in a space because the parenting style would have contributed to getting there and stuff like that. So that's how I look at it. I look at it at like my children are going to be a reflection of their mum. But because I rate their mum and their mum puts in work, I have to own that. You know what I'm saying? But there will be a piece that's going to be a reflection of me as well. So if he's on them levels, then that's, you know what I'm saying? I see that as success. You know what I'm saying? But when you get back in the car now, so obviously you spoke your parenting style was a bit more, slightly more like do this and do that. Don't wait until later and whatnot. And then you asked, didn't you?
Yeah, because obviously
I wanted to get
because he was confident, like telling my parts like, nah, you got to do this, you got to do that, and then we're gonna ask when he gets in the car.
Yeah, no, because remember I was intrigued because these are things. Well, this is something that I've never done. You don't then ask your child then how was. Like, you ain't gonna go back. To me, you ain't gonna go back to them and then say, so when me raising you, how was it for you?
Yeah, no, it's
that just don't even seem right.
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, are you gonna go to that? Right. So me raising you, what did you think, or how did it make you feel, or how was it for you?
Yeah,
it sounds weird. You understand? But anyway, so I asked him because that was the topic, innit?
Yeah.
So we started talking about that whole scenario. So I just sort of said to him right. How was it for you, or how did you react to how I sort of my parents style, how I handled you in the yard, and what was the word he used?
I don't remember the word.
I said something like you was mad or something like that.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
He done that a few times though. You was moving mad. Stuff like, bro, you was moving mad.
Yeah, but it's like because. As I said, it's not like I'm trying to shy away from that. He had to do everything just like there and then. There weren't no waiting.
Yeah.
No, none of that shit. So he even said that, right, when he knew I was coming home, he's scanning the yard to make sure everything's crisp. Because he knows when I come back.
He's gonna say something.
He's right. And that's exactly what he said. He goes, yeah. And he goes, even when I've done it,
you said something.
you still got to find something to say. But you know what? He's right because to me, I'm keeping him on his toes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's all the time where everything's cool. But you know what? Nah. Such and such can still
It can still be better.
It could still be better.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So to me, this is what I was saying. You see, when you instill those little, the minute things, it reflects and pushes onto the bigger things.
It does.
So it's just like I could have a little bit of method in my madness, that no matter I'm just on him while he was coming up, which then makes him push himself for everything.
And does he?
And he does.
Yeah.
Your first team at 19, man. Your first team at 19,
you know what I'm saying?
That has to be a level of discipline because that's the rare few.
That's right,
Yeah, because everybody wants to.
Yeah,
everybody can.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what I mean?
And that's another thing. You can have talent which can take you so far.
Right.
But it's your mental and your discipline that's gonna take you to the next step. That's what it is.
You know what I mean? I actually heard someone said it, and I started looking at things different because I always talk about focusing on what you need over what you want. And Jim Ron is his name, and he said it's not even about what you want or need, it's about what you deserve. Because what it is, when you plant those seeds, you get what you deserve. Right? So, you know, like it says a farmer, do you know what I mean? When you plant those seeds, you reap the rewards.
Whether they want this or that.
Whatever you want or whatever you need is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may need to eat, but if you don't put in the work, you ain't gonna eat.
You don't deserve that.
You don't get the food. So you're saying, Rob, I'm teaching my kids to reap the rewards. Put in the work.
Put in the work, man.
Plant your seeds.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can do too much, which takes away.
You can.
Because just like how you say that example there, is, as you said, you use that example as a farmer now.
Yeah.
So imagine now there's another farmer over the field dashing over some seeds for that farmer.
Right.
Yeah. So he's just getting food now, and he doesn't even know what I want. He's just seeing this food growing.
Yeah.
And then the one time now, the other farmer decides he ain't dashing over no seeds, but that farmer's kicking back because he expects them seeds to get planted.
Okay.
And then
so that's what you're talking about in terms of the lazy kids.
That's mad. Yeah.
So ultimately,
it's
you're
as
not
simple as that.
Yeah, right. But then there's what you're doing is saying, look, I'm planting these seeds. Watch me plant. Watch me plant.
And take care of
them. Watch what I do in order to. Like, I'm watering them. I'm ensuring that the sun's coming. Like, you know what I mean? I'm doing what it takes in order for these plants to grow.
And at the same time, we ain't got the perfect answers.
No, we don't.
But
we don't.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I mean about the whole analysing things and trying to decipher stuff.
You've been doing that from day dot.
You know what I mean? I think in order to try and succeed, you need to do that in everything anyway. If you think about it, anything you do, you need to try and work out before you take a step.
True.
You should do.
Yeah.
We don't.
Because to be honest, like you said,
some reality don't really permit that all the time.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
But the more you do it, and the more you kind of add that to the way how you operate, things will be easier, innit?
Yeah, it gets quicker. It gets quicker to do that when you start to realize how easy it is because you already analyze it in the first second. Right. Whether I should take this
without even thinking.
Yeah, you already know because you can see it, you can smell it, your instincts, everything come in. So we're teaching them how to actually embody their instincts and use that in the most, we can say correct, but in the most beneficial way because what might be correct to us might not be correct to them.
Right.
But as long as it's not benefit.
Yeah, be productive.
If
it's a productive situation or, just whatever, anything that's going to benefit you in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So what else did you not talk about in the car? I feel like I'm in the car with you.
No, you missed it still. There was pros and cons. We established the pros and cons.
Well, alright, so tell me, because I love pros.
I
I'm all about leading with the pros, but tell me something.
So I hate my parts with the pro was the love.
Pro was the love.
And my mom and everything. But I might be that farmer, like, that seed's gonna come again.
So you rely on, you're saying you might have been.
I've worked hard and I've done my stuff over the time, but looking back, I know I could have worked hard like certain things on the block.
Okay, and I know I have to try some of your drink,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I'm
just gonna pour some.
Bless, bro. I know I got a level of.
Is it nice?
You're gonna actually start drinking this thing.
I'm gonna have to. You don't see the blue juice, you get me? Uncle Clay come with the blue juice, you know?
Yeah, it's nice.
So yeah, I'm saying I know I got a level of expectation of like it will happen. It will get done.
Ooh. That's nice.
You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta be careful this way. So you're saying that? Sorry, you got expectation.
So yeah, I might be like that farmer, and then so that was the. I'm saying that's the con, right? That's the con.
Yeah.
Because you're saying basically you kind of end up relying.
It will get done.
Yeah.
It will get done.
So you'll sit and wait for it to get done rather than actually plant your own seeds.
I work hard.
No, I can tell you that for a fact. You do definitely work. But you're just talking about upbringing wise. That could have been a con.
Like when I moved out and stuff, I reckon I should have moved out a lot earlier, sooner, and job and all this kind of stuff. But I was always okay.
Yeah, I hear that.
So when I got in the car now, he said he was moving mad. And what else did he say when he went outside? Because greatness to the nut. About that, you need to do this, do that. What's your into the car? And although it was an amazing thing, he was like, I was angry as well.
Yeah, but again, that's from the child's perspective though, because he didn't want to do the things that his dad was telling him to do.
No. What he said was he felt like he was kind of being bossed in the yard.
Yeah.
So when he left the yard, he's bossing everyone else. So he's almost that's it. That's what the part.
Oh really?
Okay, shit. You don't realize.
We was like, huh?
Yeah. That kind of was like,
so almost like, no, I've been bossing enough, so I'm bossing something.
Yeah, so that's exactly the words you were saying there. So when I left the yard, go to school, and around his brethren or whatever, he's just bossing everybody, bossing the situation. Everyone was saying he had anger issues.
Really?
Which I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I know this.
That's mad. That's mad.
So, do you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. There's always, just as you said, there's a reaction to things.
Yeah.
Even when you're thinking is positive, which in a sense it is, but you're still gonna get some kind of reaction from it that you might not be expecting.
Yeah.
So
definitely right. So again, don't let him throw you.
So
you're right. So it's like that's why it's important to, like you said, you said, like you don't normally go to your child and ask them, but that's why it's important that we do. You understand? Because like you said, it's weird, but the reason why it's weird is because we don't know that.
That's right. It should be
the
natural thing.
It should be the most natural thing because
you don't know, innit?
How else am I gonna learn?
Until you ask that question, you don't know.
You have a zero clue, and it's still something that can help you, even though they're big people now. It still can help you,
or even,
help them.
And that's there you go. So because even asking them that question makes them reflect, and then when it's their time now,
which is what I've managed to do, even though my mum and dad didn't necessarily do that with me. I'm managing to catch it early because I'm like, I need to do this. Because as I said, my daughter was 15, and I remember I used to. I think I spoke about it on one of our episodes before, but I never used to allow my daughter to cry.
What?
Yeah, brother.
You said that before.
I never said that.
No, that's
She
evil.
could not cry in front of me, bro.
That's evil.
Could not cry, bro. And that was before I had my twins. Shine can tell you. You get me? Even down to your Shine can tell you, because she would know. Like, I don't play in it. I've never been the guy who plays like that. We can play and have fun. But you see, once I say party done. But it comes from what your son was saying about you, because my mum bossed me so much that you see, once I got to boss, you best understand that I'm the boss in here, innit?
This is it, see? Yeah.
So but what I got to realize is that it was part of my own insecurity as well. It wasn't just about my child. I didn't want to see my daughter cry. Because I created this vision of crying in my head as weakness. You understand? So seeing my daughter cry not only made me feel a certain way, but it also made me look at her a certain way. You understand? So I was like, no. She had to suck that up. My daughter had to learn to suck that up, bro. My daughter never cried. Like, obviously as a baby, she might. But even that, if I say suck it up, my daughter would suck up her tears, bro. And she learned that from a young age. Shan, for the camera, just say a lie. I know that. I know that. You get me? So it was, but I apologized to my daughter, and I told her from like years ago. I said to her, "Listen, your dad never made you cry, or allowed you to cry, rather." I used to tell her to suck it up. People watching this now know that was a lie. But a lot of the time, I was rated for it to a degree because it was also discipline. So there was a sense of discipline, and I wasn't a bad dad like that. It's not like I never showed her love. But you see, the crying thing. She went, especially if she did something wrong, and I felt, you're about to cry. Suck that up. Suck it up. So she'd more or less be crying because she's now afraid of daddy's reaction. So she's done something, and I've gone, now she wants to go to cry. Suck it up. Don't even bother with anything. Suck up them tears. And
might that then hit back with like a now I'm not emotional later on?
No, now she cries over everything. If I speak a certain way to her, no, she don't cry over everything. What I mean is, if my tone changes in a certain way, so me and my daughter got a really good relationship. But you see, if I were, say like now, say that we're talking and she said something or this something, I say, yo, hey, listen. No, stop that. Don't even behave in that way. Yeah? Enough. instantly tears will come down her face.
Okay.
And the reason why she will do that is because I never allowed her to cry. So now it's like emotion comes out of her and it's a release. And now I tell my boys even, listen, you're allowed to cry, especially my boys. If I never let my daughter do that, I was going to be even worse for my boys, and I knew I couldn't do that to them. So now I say to them, listen, if you want to cry, you're allowed to cry, but just know what you're crying for. You know what I mean? Know what you're crying about. Don't try to throw in tears in order to try and get out of the situation. Like, what's up? Why are you upset? Why are you crying right now? Are you scared? Is daddy scaring you? I apologize. I'm not meaning to scare you. But I'm not going to lie, you acting like a nigga.